You know, there's one feeling that almost everyone is chasing, but at the same time, almost no one really understands how to create it. It's the feeling of financial security. Not just having money, but feeling, deep inside, that you'll be okay, no matter what happens. And this is where things get interesting, because most people believe that first they need more money, and only then they'll feel safe. But in reality, it works the other way around. First comes the feeling of security, and then money begins to align with that state. So if you look at yourself honestly, when you think about money, do you feel calm? Or is there a subtle tension inside? Maybe not even subtle. Maybe it's always there, in the background, like something could go wrong at any moment, like you need to control everything. And this becomes your normal state, so normal that you stop noticing it. But this is where everything begins, because money doesn't create security. It only reflects whether it already exists inside you. And if there's anxiety within, no amount of money will remove it. It just changes its form. It goes from, I don't have enough, to, what if I lose it? And suddenly, you're in a loop where it feels like just a little more, just a bit more, and then you'll finally feel okay. But that more never ends, because it was never about the amount. It's about the state. And here's the key. Financial security is not about numbers in your bank account. It's about an inner feeling that you can handle things, that no matter what happens, you'll find a way. You'll adapt. You won't lose yourself. And this feeling can start forming right now, without waiting for more money. So let's try something simple. Together. Right now. Imagine nothing changes in your life. Same conditions, same numbers, same reality. But inside, there's just a little more stability. Not perfect, not huge, just a bit more calm. Like you take a step back and stop reacting with fear. And in that moment, ask yourself, if nothing changes, will I be okay? And don't rush the answer. Feel it, because in most cases, the answer is yes. You've handled things before. You've gone through difficult moments. You've figured things out. You just forget that, because your attention is always in the future, in things that haven't even happened yet. And that's where anxiety is created. So bring your attention back to now and ask a different question. What do I already have inside me that allows me to keep moving forward? Maybe it's your experience. Maybe your ability to make decisions. Maybe your ability to adapt. Just notice it, because that's your foundation, not money. You. And here's where everything shifts. When this feeling starts to grow, even a little, money stops being something critical. It stops being your source of safety and becomes a tool. And in that moment, everything changes. You stop looking for spasenia. Correction below. You stop looking for something to save you, and you start acting from calm, from clarity, from confidence. And from that state, you begin making completely different decisions, more precise, simpler, more effective. And those decisions start creating stability, not through pressure, not through fear, but through inner grounding. And over time, this feeling becomes stronger. It stops depending on numbers, on circumstances, on other people, and you begin to notice that even when things change outside, inside, you remain calm. And that is a completely different level of life, because you're no longer in survival mode. You start living from a place where you choose, instead of fear, and money begins to come differently, not in random bursts, not unpredictably, but more steadily, because now there's a foundation. And if right now you feel even a little more calm inside, that means you've already started this process. And that's what matters most, because everything else builds from here. If this resonates with you, make sure to subscribe, because this is where you start seeing things differently. And hit like, so this video can reach people who are tired of living in constant stress, Because financial security doesn't start with money. It starts with you. And remember, anything is possible.